Kamala Harris went on 60 Minutes. She campaigns for Joe Biden and herself. And her greatest qualification to be on the ticket is the guy at the top of the ticket, Joe Biden. Well, he's still alive. I got a silly one for you. There was 60 Minutes on Sunday after football. Kamala Harris was the guest. This is just amazing. She was asked repeatedly about Joe Biden running for re-election and her being part of the ticket, and how he's the most unpopular president running for re-election ever. She's the most unpopular vice president running for re-election ever. And she had a couple of interesting comments. First, she goes, I don't believe in polls, which means she's the first politician in history to not pay attention to polls because everyone else is paying attention and they're down 30 points. As the interviewer said, you're neck and neck with Trump and he doesn't even have a vice president and he's not even nominated. You should be 30 points up. And she said, well, I'm not a political pundit, so I don't really pay attention. And then he said, and if Joe Biden goes down or has an accident or something, what are the Democrats going to do? And she said, well, here's her answer. Joe Biden is alive. And so he's running and will win again. So is Joe Biden being alive the only qualification to be president of the United States again?
No, I don't think you even have to be alive.
I'm sorry. I overstated.
Yeah. I mean, really. I mean, he's pretty much gone already as it is. I don't think you have to be alive. It's weekend at Biden's. It's not Bernie's, but weekend at Biden's. They'll prop him up. They'll hold him up, have him wave a hand every now and then because he doesn't ever talk to the press. He won't go and do a press conference. So it's just, bring in a doppelganger. Don't say anything. Just wave to him and move along. Kamala Harris is a idiot. And she, you know what? She recognized what the question was because they were saying, no one wants you. No one wants you. There's even, I forget what state it was, and his name, there's another Democrat that's actually in Congress right now running against Joe Biden. And they're angry about it, Barry. They're absolutely angry. Say, but you're running against Joe. He goes, no, I'm not running against Joe. I'm running for the future. Because he's kind of essentially saying that Joe's dead too.
Oh boy. Well, you've never, ever seen a vice president in office coupled with a president in office with lower numbers. So obviously she doesn't want to respond to the fact that our numbers are horrible. There's no chance of us being elected unless we control the counting, right?
Yeah.
So clearly, without question, I should say, they're in deep trouble. And it begs the question, what if he falls down the stairs of Air Force One, even if he comes out the back entrance where there's less stairs, and they make it less steep? Do they put her at the top of the ticket?
Oh my goodness.
I'm serious. It's a question. I don't know.
I think the only way that she'll be there at the top of the ticket is if she actually gets him to croak, if he croaks and he can't go anywhere. But you have Democrats that are terrified of her being in that position too. They're terrified of her being there. She's not a nice person. She's completely nasty, Barry. And they've taught her staff. There's been reports coming out about her staff, how nasty she is to them. They'll when she goes on an interview, it's been reported. I'm not there. I don't want to be anywhere close next to her, but it's been reported that they have the questions and they try to go over it with her. And they say she's so nasty, so mean, she don't even want to go over that. She don't want to talk about anything. She just want to go out there and cackle. Because when she doesn't have an answer to something, she deflects from it and she'll talk about something completely different. Right? Because one of the questions she was asked again about her poll numbers being so low, she started talking about climate change. I'm like, what does that got to do with your poll numbers? She's talking about young people are looking at climate change. Okay, but your poll numbers? Well, they're more concerned about climate change. No, we're talking about your poll numbers. Why are your poll numbers so low? Because before it used to be 50 and they said it even dropped. This is the worst team ever to set foot in the White House. Ever.
The election is in a year and a week.
Oof, ooh-wee.
It's that close, man. And the top of the ticket is still goofball and goofball. Unbelievable.